Welcome. Today we're going to do a few things to help our low backs feel healthy and nice. I know this is an area that a lot of us have pain in. I am one of these people included. I have had low back pain at different phases for most of my life for different reasons. And so it's something that I try to be really aware of and to take care of quite a lot. One of the best things we can do to keep our low back healthy and strong is keep our core nice and strong, because that's really what supports our spine and keeps it in line. So I'll give you exercises for that in a different video, but today we're going to do a few things that can help provide relief when you're feeling pain in the area. I do not claim to be the definitive expert on low back pain. I can just share what works for me. And these are exercises that I do often, especially when I am feeling any kind of pain. I do them often throughout my day. I'll take 5 minutes at regular intervals to kind of help stretch it out, help relieve some tension. And that's what I find provides the most relief, the regularity of doing these things. So none of them are really complicated. We're going to lay on the floor. And so you don't really need, it can be nice to lay on a mat. It's actually nicer to be on a bit of a hard surface so you can get a bit of a massage. Your bed might be too soft for something like this, but if you have maybe a harder futon mattress or something like that, that would be okay. Floor is great. If you have a yoga mat or something like that is also excellent. But first we'll start, you can even be sitting for this in a chair or anything else. We're just going to start by finding our sacroiliac joint. I'll turn around a bit so you can see me. And so our spine here connects at the base to our sacrum. And this is the area that we want to kind of work and provide a bit of release to. You can feel your hips over here and then the different muscles. So we're going to give this area a little bit of a massage to start. It is a joint, though it is a very tightly fused one, but it can feel nice with a massage. I have some blankets and towels here for a bit later. We'll get to those. So first, let's start by coming to lay on the floor. And we're simply going to start, so you can bring your knees to face the ceiling. Your feet are a bit behind your hips. And we're simply going to start here by, you can walk your feet out a little wide. This is one of my favorite things to do. I do it all the time. And I'm keeping my palms on my belly, but if I have more space, which I don't right here, I like to spread them out wide. So if you have space, by all means, spread them out wide, let your shoulders really relax. And then on the next exhale, we're just going to let our knees fall to one side. And back to center. And then let them fall to the other side. I need more space. So I'm going to shift over a little bit. And then we'll come back to center. And let them fall again to the first. And we'll do this a few times. And you're really kind of rocking through this joint. Massaging it a little bit and also letting your hips move as well, which is nice. So everything we're going to do in this video is really to give our pelvis and our sacrum some space. And we want to let let it straighten out, let it have some extra space, and that can sometimes help if anything is pinched, and that's what's causing our pain. So then we're going to come back to center. You can do that as long as you like, and as I said, to come back to it throughout the day. We're simply going to hug our knees into our chest, and you can grab each of your knees. So place a palm on top of each of your knees. And then we're going to, as if you're kind of circling with one knee and then the other. You get this little, you can imagine that your hips would be drawing a figure 8 on the ground beneath you. Rock out your hips a little bit. And you can let yourself really relax into this. Maybe you can also let your throat relax. Kind of let everything be soft. And then we'll come back to stillness. Place your feet behind your hips. We're gonna extend the left leg. Keep the right knee bent, and then we're gonna bring it over to the left and let it come over to the side, and so you'll bring yourself into this twist. And here, again, you can extend through your right arm out to the side. You can even come to look towards your right shoulder. And then bring yourself back to center. Place that right knee, right foot, bring your left foot. Extend your right foot out in front. We'll do the same on the opposite side, bringing your left knee over to the side. Coming into that twist, you can extend through your left arm if you like, even gaze over your left shoulder. And you can always adjust yourself so you're comfortable. Let's see if you can relax a little bit into this. This can be great to do even for longer stretches. If you're watching TV, for example, you could spend a few minutes really on either side. And sometimes we can have tension that takes a while to release, so we can come into a pose, and only after 2 or 3 minutes does the body finally relax into it and really let go. So it can be worthwhile to hold these a little longer than I'm doing here. And then we'll come back to center. And we'll do one last thing together before we rest a little bit. So taking your right knee or right foot ankle, placing it over your left knee. And we're gonna flex the foot here so your toes are drawing back towards your knee. And from here, if the aim is to feel a stretch through our right hamstring. So if you feel that here, great, stay here. If you don't feel it yet, then you can pull your left leg in a little closer, even grabbing your thigh with your fingertips. And then you can also think about pressing that right knee out to the side or out back behind you a little bit further. In this direction. And that might make you feel a little further into your hamstrings. And if it's more comfortable, you're always welcome to straighten your leg, whichever is comfiest for you. And then switching, placing your left ankle over your right knee, bringing your fingertips behind your thigh if that feels like the right place. Maybe think about sending that left knee forward, flexing through your left toes, and bringing that stretch into your left hamstring. And then gently release. We're going to come into a resting pose, and that's where we'll need. So I brought this to place beneath my head. Here I could also put a pillow. And then this is for beneath our knees. So we want to provide a little support, sometimes laying directly on the floor or a flat surface can be uncomfortable in our low back. So one way to relieve this is by placing something like a pillow, a cushion, a rolled up blanket between your knees or beneath your knees. And then come to lay on the mat or on the floor. And you can place your palms on your belly, you can let them fall to the side, whichever is most comfortable for you. And let's close our eyes here for a few moments. And maybe you can let your exhale become a little longer. And imagine with every exhale you sink kind of a little bit deeper into the floor. Relax a little further. And then you're welcome to stay here as long as it's comfortable for you. I'm going to come up to sit. And a nice easy way to do that is to stretch through the whole body. And then from there, just really gently curling to one side, pressing your palm into the floor and walking yourself up. So that was it. Those are a few things I like to turn to when my low back is in a bit of pain, or preventatively when I feel like I could just use to move a little bit and make sure that I stay healthy and nice down there. I hope it helps. These are great things really to come back to. Repeating them a few times throughout the day is perfect. Spending a bit more time, if you're watching TV, for example, and want to spend 20 minutes on the floor, great. I think that's one of the best things you could do. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.